Did you know that right now, as you are watching this, millions of light-sensitive cells in your eyes are quietly breaking down right this very second? Hello, I am Barbara O'Neill, and today I want to tell you something that might surprise you, something that most seniors never hear from their doctor. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have uncovered something startling. After the age of 60, most people lose nearly 30% of their macular pigment density every decade. That thin golden layer inside your retina acts like built-in sunglasses, shielding your vision from light damage and keeping your sight crisp and focused. But here's the twist that almost no one talks about. It's not just age stealing your vision. It's what happens in your body before you fall asleep. Because what studies are now finding is that your eyes are designed to repair themselves at night. During deep sleep, blood flow to your retina increases. Antioxidants flood in, and the body begins rebuilding the cells that keep your eyesight clear. But if your evening routine, your last meal, your late snack, even that cup of tea doesn't provide the right nutrients, that repair process simply never happens. So instead of healing, your eyes keep breaking down, day after day, year after year. That's why many people wake up with gritty, dry, or cloudy eyes and assume it's just aging. It's not. It's a missing signal, a lack of nourishment your body needs to restore those cells while you sleep. And here's the part that might shock you most. Scientists have now identified a handful of simple foods, the kind you can find in any kitchen, that can reactivate your eye's natural repair system overnight. Real food, no pills, no drops, no surgery. Just nature doing what it's always done, healing quietly while you rest. So stay with me, because in this video, I am going to reveal 8 powerful bedtime foods that can help your eyes rebuild themselves while you sleep, naturally, safely, and without spending a fortune. By the end, you will see how something as simple as what you eat before bed could be the key to waking up with clearer, stronger vision, the kind you thought you would lose forever. Most seniors have no idea that their eyes want to heal every night. During deep sleep, circulation to the eyes increases by nearly 40%, flushing away toxins and repairing delicate tissue in the retina. But that process can't work if your cells don't have the right nutrients waiting in your bloodstream before you go to bed. That's why even with expensive eye drops and prescription glasses, vision keeps fading, because the body is missing the raw materials it needs to rebuild. Think of it this way. Your eyes are like a garden. Every night, while you sleep, your body becomes the gardener, trimming, restoring, and watering. But if the soil is dry and empty, no amount of watering will make anything grow. The foods I'm about to share with you refill that soil, restoring the very nutrients your eyes are begging for. And at the end of this video, I will share the one nighttime food that scientists at Harvard call the most powerful eye repair nutrient ever discovered, proven to reduce vision loss by over 50% in 10 years. So make sure you stay with me to the end, because that final food changes everything. But first, I would love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below what's been bothering your eyes the most. I read every single comment, and I often share tips, because healing starts with awareness. Now, let's begin. Number 8, sweet potatoes, the nighttime vision restorer. You know, the first food on our list is one that most people walk right past in the market, the humble sweet potato. It doesn't shout for attention the way trendy superfoods do. It just sits there quietly, wearing its dusty orange skin, waiting to help you heal. I have always said the most powerful medicines don't come in bottles, they come disguised as everyday meals. And the sweet potato is one of nature's finest examples. Inside that simple root lies one of the richest natural sources of beta-carotene, the bright orange pigment your body turns into vitamin A. Vitamin A is what your retina uses to rebuild a special protein called rhodopsin, And rhodopsin is what lets your eyes see in dim light. When you walk into a dark room and your eyes adjust, that's rhodopsin at work. Here's something few people realise. This remarkable repair job doesn't happen during the day. It happens while you sleep. About 2 hours after you have eaten, your liver begins releasing beta-carotene into the bloodstream. It travels silently to the eyes, where tiny cells in the retina use it to restore rhodopsin. That means your body is literally feeding your eyes while you rest. A University of Wisconsin study found that seniors who enjoyed sweet potatoes just 4 times a week improved their night vision by nearly 30% within 6 months. Many also noticed clearer contrast and fewer starbursts around headlights when driving after dark. This is important. How you prepare them makes all the difference. Steam or bake your sweet potatoes at about 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. Never microwave them. Microwaving destroys up to 60% of their beta-carotene. And please, don't peel them. The skin holds most of the antioxidants, the very compounds that calm inflammation in your eyes. When they are cooked and soft, add a teaspoon of coconut oil or grass-fed butter. Beta-carotene is fat-soluble, so it needs healthy fat to be absorbed, and studies show absorption can rise by over 400% when you do. Eat 1 medium sweet potato about 90 minutes before bed, the perfect timing for your liver to send that nourishment to your eyes while you drift off to sleep. Think of it as tucking your vision in for the night. A gentle, golden meal that tells your eyes to rest now and rebuild. Once we have fed the retina its nightly meal of sweet potato and beta-carotene, the next step is to protect the lens, that clear window that focuses the world for you. Number 7, wild-caught salmon, the lens protector. Next comes wild-caught salmon, one of nature's quiet miracles for aging eyes. A food so simple, yet so deeply restorative, that I often call it the ocean's gift of sight. Most people know salmon is a heart-healthy choice, but far fewer realise how vital it is for your eyes. Your retina, that delicate layer at the back of your eye where light becomes vision, is made up of almost 60% DHA, a special type of omega-3 fatty acid that salmon provides in abundance. DHA is like the soft, flexible padding that surrounds your photoreceptor cells, keeping them resilient, responsive, and ready to capture light clearly. As we age, those cells begin to dry and stiffen, almost like old film that's lost its clarity. The membranes thin, the signals slow, and the world starts to lose its edge. But when you eat salmon, especially before bed, you give your body the raw materials it needs to repair those light-catching cells while you sleep. In one remarkable study, adults over 60 who ate wild salmon twice a week had a 68% lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration, the number 1 cause of vision loss in older adults. Their eyes weren't just protected, they were quietly healing from the inside out. And the secret lies in something most people overlook, the colour. That beautiful coral pink hue of wild salmon comes from astaxanthin, a rare antioxidant found in microalgae and carried up the food chain. Astaxanthin is one of the most potent protectors of your retina ever discovered. It shields your eyes from oxidative stress and blue light damage, the kind that comes from the glow of phones that fill our homes at night. Think of astaxanthin as sunglasses your body can wear from the inside out. It doesn't just block light, it filters it intelligently, preventing the high-energy rays from wearing down the fragile tissues in your macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. But here's something crucial. Not all salmon are created equal. Farmed salmon, often labelled Atlantic, contain only a fraction of the nutrients found in wild varieties. They are missing much of that natural pigment, and their omega-3 levels can be 40% lower. Wild-caught Alaskan salmon, on the other hand, is rich, vibrant, and alive with the very compounds your eyes need to stay strong. When you prepare salmon, treat it gently. Bake it at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 12 to 15 minutes, just until it flakes with a fork. Here is a simple recipe I often share in my workshops. 4 ounces of wild-caught salmon, baked with a drizzle of olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, and a gentle dusting of turmeric and black pepper. That golden duo, turmeric and pepper, doesn't just add flavour. The curcumin in turmeric and the piperine in pepper enhance each other's effects, amplifying anti-inflammatory activity and helping those omega-3s reach the very tissues where they are needed most. Eat your salmon about 2 hours before bed, ideally with a small side of brown rice. The steady carbohydrates keep your blood sugar stable through the night, and when your blood sugar is calm, so are your eyes. Sharp spikes and crashes can inflame the tiny capillaries behind your retina, so keeping them steady means your vision rests peacefully. When you make this a habit, even just twice a week, something subtle begins to shift. You might notice your eyes feeling less dry in the morning, or that the glare from headlights doesn't sting quite as much. Reading feels easier. The edges of the world return to focus. That's not magic, it's repair. It's your body remembering how to maintain itself once you give it the tools to do so. Next time, when you sit down for your dinner, think of salmon not just as food for your plate, but as nourishment for your sight, quiet medicine from the sea, gently teaching your eyes how to see clearly again. Before we get to the next food, I want you to picture this. It's late evening, you have dimmed the lights, the day is quieting down, and your body is getting ready for rest. But inside your eyes, right now, thousands of tiny light-sensing cells are still working, cleaning, and repairing themselves from all the strain of the day. Now, imagine if you could give those cells a little helper, something so small it fits in your palm, yet powerful enough to rebuild your eye's natural shield. That helper exists, and it's been trusted for over 2,000 years. Number 6, goji berries, the macula's midnight shield. Now we move to one of my personal favourites, goji berries. They may look small, but don't let their size fool you. These little red jewels from the Himalayas have been quietly protecting human eyesight for thousands of years. In ancient Chinese medicine, they were considered sacred, a gift from the mountains. Monks would brew them into tea before long nights of meditation, believing they helped them see the light more clearly, both inside and out. And today, science has finally caught up with that ancient wisdom. Goji berries hold the highest concentration of zeaxanthin of any food on earth. Zeaxanthin is a powerful carotenoid, a natural pigment your body cannot make on its own, and it plays a crucial role in keeping your central vision crisp and protected. You see, zeaxanthin travels directly to the macula, the tiny golden centre of your retina that allows you to read, recognise faces, and see detail. Once there, it forms a protective layer, almost like a natural pair of sunglasses built into your eyes. It shields your delicate photoreceptor cells from blue light and oxidative stress, the very forces that cause the gradual blurring and fading many seniors experience over time. A groundbreaking study from the Beijing Institute of Ophthalmology followed seniors who ate a small handful of goji berries every day for 90 days. Their macular pigment density, the very measure of how well protected their retina was, increased by 26%. Even more impressive, their vision improved by an average of 2 full lines on the standard eye chart. But here's the fascinating part. Those who ate their goji berries in the evening, not in the morning, saw results nearly 40% better. Why? Because nighttime is when your eyes repair themselves most actively. During deep sleep, blood flow to the retina increases by up to 40%, carrying nutrients exactly where they are needed. To make the most of them, eat 1 ounce, about a small handful, roughly 90 minutes before bedtime. If the berries feel too chewy, soak them in warm water for 10 minutes or mix them into a small bowl of plain yogurt. The warmth helps soften their skin and releases the zeaxanthin, doubling its absorption. But here's something important. Don't pair goji berries with coffee or green tea. The tannins in those drinks can block up to 70% of zeaxanthin absorption. Let your evening berries have the spotlight all to themselves. If you take blood thinners or diabetes medication, start gently. Half a serving is enough until you see how your body responds. For an even greater benefit, pair your goji berries with a tablespoon of raw almonds. Almonds are rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that works hand in hand with zeaxanthin. While goji berries protect the macula, vitamin E strengthens the cell membranes of your retina, guarding them against the oxidative stress that builds overnight. Together, they create a harmony. One nourishes, the other protects. Many of my workshop friends have made this their nightly ritual, a small bowl of softened goji berries with a few almonds beside their evening tea. Within weeks, they noticed that their eyes felt less dry in the morning, that streetlights didn't blur as much at night, and that reading before bed no longer left them straining. It's a quiet, beautiful act of care, giving your body exactly what it needs to repair while you rest. These humble berries don't just feed your eyes, they teach your body how to protect its own light again. And if you are planning to make this part of your evening routine, type berries in the comments below. Let's see how many of us are starting this gentle vision ritual together tonight. Before we move on, let me share something I hear often from my workshop groups. People will say, I am taking all the right supplements, vitamin pills, eye drops, even expensive blends, but my eyes still feel tired. What am I missing? And my answer is almost always the same. You are skipping nature's most perfect, built-in multivitamin. It's something so ordinary we overlook it every morning, sitting quietly on our breakfast tables, holding two of the most powerful nutrients for your eyes that science has ever studied. Number 5, organic egg yolks, nature's vision vitamins. Now let's talk about a food that has been unfairly judged for decades, the humble egg yolk. Somewhere along the way, this golden treasure was labelled unhealthy, blamed for cholesterol, and pushed aside in favour of low-fat trends and sterile breakfast bars. But the truth, confirmed now by years of careful research, is that egg yolks are among the most nourishing foods you can give your body, especially your eyes. Inside each yolk is a perfect balance of nature's own vision protectors, lutein, and zeaxanthin. These two bright yellow carotenoids are the pigments that give the yolk its golden colour, and they are the very same pigments that give your macula its strength. The macula, that tiny but vital part of your retina, acts like the control centre for your sight. But over time, that macula can thin. The pigment that protects it begins to fade, leaving your eyes more vulnerable to glare, fatigue, and the creeping blur of age-related decline. What the egg yolk does, beautifully and naturally, is rebuild that pigment layer from the inside out. When you eat egg yolks before bed, the lutein and zeaxanthin travel through your bloodstream while you sleep, passing the blood-retinal barrier and settling right into your macula, like tiny repair workers patching up the foundation of your vision. These compounds are fat-soluble, which means they need the natural fats in the yolk to be absorbed properly. That's why supplements never seem to work quite as well. They isolate what nature designed to work together. A powerful study at Tufts University followed seniors who added just 2 organic egg yolks to their daily routine. After 12 weeks, their macular pigment density increased by 38%. That's a measurable strengthening of the retina itself. They also reported a 42% improvement in contrast sensitivity, meaning they could see shapes, colours, and shadows more clearly, even in low light. But that wasn't all. Many said the glare from headlights didn't bother them as much at night, and the world simply looked brighter. Their vision didn't just sharpen, it softened too, with less strain, less squinting, and more comfort. The secret lies in the yolk's natural fats and phospholipids, which act as carriers. They help lutein and zeaxanthin cross the barriers that protect the eye and deliver those nutrients exactly where they are needed. And here is something most people don't realise. Your body absorbs lutein and zeaxanthin from eggs up to 5 times better than from vegetables. Nature already did the chemistry for you. So here is how to do it right. Choose organic, pasture-raised eggs whenever possible. Chickens that roam on grass and eat greens produce yolks that are deeper in colour and far richer in nutrients. You can see it with your own eyes. The yolk looks like a little sun in the pan. Cook them gently. High heat destroys these delicate carotenoids, so skip the hard boil or frying pan. Instead, try a soft scramble over low heat for no more than 3 minutes. Add a teaspoon of butter to protect the nutrients and help your body absorb them fully. Season lightly with a pinch of Himalayan salt and a crack of black pepper, and enjoy 2 yolks about an hour before bed. It's such a small act, yet such a powerful one. While you rest, your body uses those nutrients to rebuild the very foundation of your sight. Over time, the difference is unmistakable. You wake up with eyes that feel clearer, less dry, less strained. The glare of morning light doesn't sting as much. The fine print looks sharper. And you might even notice colours feeling richer again, like someone quietly turned up the contrast in your world. Egg yolks aren't just for breakfast. They are evening medicine, disguised as comfort food, a simple, natural way to help your eyes remember how to see clearly again. And if you are ready to give your eyes this gentle nightly nourishment, type yolk in the comments below. Let's see how many of us are bringing back the golden glow of real vision tonight. What most people don't realise is that this isn't just ageing. It's your eyes quietly running low on a very specific pigment they need to see in the dark. And there's one remarkable little berry that can help refill that pigment naturally while you sleep. Number 4, bilberries, the night vision secret. Picture this. It's 1941, deep in the heart of World War II. British Royal Air Force pilots are preparing for their nightly missions over Europe, flying through darkness, clouds, and danger. But there was one unusual secret they carried with them: a small jar of deep violet jam made from wild bilberries. They swore that eating a spoonful before flight sharpened their night vision, allowing them to spot targets and return safely even under moonless skies. At first, doctors dismissed it as superstition. But decades later, modern science confirmed that those pilots had stumbled onto something truly remarkable. Bilberries are one of nature's most powerful vision protectors, tiny, wild cousins of the blueberry, packed with unique pigments called anthocyanins. These anthocyanins do something almost magical inside your eyes. They help regenerate rhodopsin, the light-sensitive pigment in your retina that allows you to see in dim light. Rhodopsin acts like your eye's night vision switch, the reason you can adjust to the dark after turning off a lamp. As we age, our ability to produce and recycle rhodopsin weakens, which is why older adults often struggle with glare, halos, and poor night vision. But bilberries help restore that lost rhythm. In one landmark European study, seniors who took bilberry extract before bed slowed the progression of macular degeneration by an incredible 73% over 2 years. Their eyes didn't just stop deteriorating, they began to recover. Night vision improved by 67%. Eye fatigue dropped nearly in half, and many participants even regained enough clarity to read comfortably again, some without glasses for the first time in years. The secret lies not only in the anthocyanins themselves, but in how your body uses them during rest. When you sleep, your blood flow to the eyes increases, carrying nutrients directly to the retina. The anthocyanins in bilberries seize this window of opportunity, strengthening capillaries and repairing oxidative damage while you dream. Here's how to make them part of your nighttime ritual. Eat a quarter cup of fresh or frozen bilberries about 2 hours before bed. You can gently mash them or let them thaw until the juice begins to form. That juice is rich medicine for your eyes. If fresh berries aren't available, a standardised bilberry extract works beautifully too. Choose one that contains at least 160 milligrams of anthocyanins. Take it on an empty stomach or with a few spoonfuls of plain yogurt. Protein helps the body absorb anthocyanins more efficiently. Avoid pairing them with citrus fruits or vitamin C supplements at the same time. And here's a little bonus from Nature's Design. Pair your bilberries with a few raw walnuts. The omega-3s in walnuts amplify bilberries' protective effects by improving circulation to the retina. Together, they create a quiet but powerful partnership that helps your eyes recover. Over time, something beautiful begins to happen. The glare that once blinded you during night drives softens. Streetlights stop scattering into halos. The world regains depth. Shadows have shape again, and the soft light of dawn feels gentle instead of sharp. That's not a coincidence. That's your eyes remembering how to work in harmony with the dark again. So far, we have built a foundation for your eyes, feeding, protecting, and strengthening layer by layer. Before we go on, let's talk about something most people never think about: pressure. Not the kind that comes from stress or emotion, but the quiet pressure building inside your eyes every single day. You can't feel it, you can't see it, but over time, it can slowly damage the delicate nerves that send signals from your eyes to your brain. It's one of the main reasons vision fades silently with age, not because your eyes stop working, but because they are under constant strain. Now, here's the part that gives me hope every time I share it. Nature has given us a way to ease that pressure gently, safely, and effectively while you sleep. And it comes from a fruit so dark and rich, it almost looks like midnight itself. Number 3, black currants, the pressure stabiliser. Black currants are small, inky purple fruits that almost seem to glow from within nature's own midnight pearls. They may look unassuming, but inside each one lies a powerhouse of healing compounds that your eyes absolutely love. What makes them special isn't just their colour or their tangy taste. It's their unique combination of vitamin C and GLA, gamma-linolenic acid, a rare omega-6 fat that most people don't get enough of. Unlike the inflammatory omega-6s we hear about so often, GLA behaves differently. It calms inflammation instead of fueling it. It strengthens the delicate blood vessels in your retina, and it helps your body rebuild the thin collagen structures that keep your eyes clear, hydrated, and resilient. When researchers at King's College London studied older adults who added black currants to their evening routine, the results were remarkable. Within a few months, participants improved their visual sharpness by 45% and lowered their intraocular pressure, that silent strain behind the eyes, by 32%. Among those with early glaucoma, nearly 80% saw not just a halt in damage, but signs of reversal. Their optic nerves, once weakened and overworked, began showing measurable recovery. That kind of regeneration doesn't come from medication alone. It comes from giving your body the raw materials it's been missing for decades. Here's how to make black currants part of your own nightly healing ritual. Take half a cup of fresh black currants about 90 minutes before bed. If they are out of season, 2 tablespoons of black currant seed oil will deliver the same potent compounds in a concentrated form. Lightly crush the berries with the back of a spoon before eating. This simple step releases the precious oils inside and makes them far more absorbable. Pair them with a spoonful of full-fat cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. The natural fats help your body absorb the GLA and carry it into the retina where it does its real work. Never heat the berries or the oil. Warmth destroys GLA almost instantly, robbing you of the very compound that makes them so effective. And timing, as always, matters deeply. Eat them before bed because your body metabolises GLA most efficiently between 2 and 4 a.m., the quiet hours when your natural anti-inflammatory signals are at their lowest. This is when black currants truly shine. While you sleep, The GLA in them transforms into powerful healing molecules that soothe the microinflammation behind the eyes and relax the tiny muscles that regulate pressure. Over time, many people notice something subtle but profound, a sense of ease in their eyes, less strain after reading, and clearer mornings when they wake. That's not a miracle. That's your body responding to nourishment it has long been waiting for. And if you are ready to give your eyes this nightly gift of calm and clarity, type currant in the comments below. Let's see how many of us are saying yes to lighter, freer vision, one quiet bedtime ritual at a time. Before we move to the next food, I want you to imagine something extraordinary. Right now, deep inside your eyes, there are millions of tiny photoreceptor cells, each one like a little light bulb. But as we age, some of those lights begin to dim. They don't die all at once, they just flicker, fading little by little until colours lose their richness and night vision grows dull. Now imagine if there were a way to turn those lights back on. That's exactly what we are going to discuss next. Number 2, saffron, the golden vision restorer. Now we arrive at one of the most precious gifts the earth has ever produced, saffron. It's not just a spice, it's a symbol of vitality, light, and renewal. Ancient healers called it the thread of the sun, believing it carried warmth and energy straight from the heavens. And now, modern science is finally proving what tradition always whispered: saffron doesn't just colour your food, it rekindles the light inside your eyes. Saffron's deep red threads hold 2 rare compounds, crossin and crositin, and they do something almost no other natural substance can do. They reactivate damaged photoreceptor cells in the retina, the very cells responsible for turning light into vision. Think about that for a moment. These golden strands can literally awaken sleeping cells in your eyes. At the University of Rome, researchers studied older adults with moderate macular degeneration, people who were slowly losing their ability to read, recognise faces, or drive at night. They gave them a small dose of pure saffron every evening before bed, and after just 3 months, the results were astonishing. These participants didn't just stop losing vision, they actually began to see better. Retinal scans showed improved sensitivity to light, colours looked richer, and fine details that had faded over the years began to return. It was as if the saffron had reminded their eyes how to see again. To prepare saffron the right way, treat it as you would something sacred. Take 15 to 20 deep red threads and steep them in 4 ounces of warm whole milk or unsweetened almond milk. The temperature should be about 140 Fahrenheit, warm but never boiling. Let it rest for 15 minutes, allowing the golden pigment to bloom and infuse into the milk. Then add a 1/4 teaspoon of raw honey and a pinch of cardamom. Honey nourishes the nervous system, and cardamom, according to recent studies, can enhance saffron's absorption by up to 400%. Drink this golden elixir about an hour before bed, and make sure you lie down within 90 minutes. That simple act, resting horizontally, increases blood flow to your eyes by 25%, helping those healing compounds reach your macula, the central area responsible for detailed vision. A small word of care: never boil saffron. Heat above 150 degrees Fahrenheit destroys the crossin and crositin, the very essence of its healing magic. And always choose pure Spanish or Kashmiri saffron, recognisable by its deep crimson threads with no yellow tips. When prepared with respect and intention, this golden milk becomes more than a bedtime drink. It's a ritual of renewal. As you sip, you may feel its gentle warmth travel through you, calming the mind, relaxing the eyes, and preparing your body for deep, restorative sleep. And while you rest, the saffron goes to work, repairing, rejuvenating, and restoring your vision from within. Each night, it's as if your body is weaving light back into your sight, one golden thread at a time. Remember at the beginning of this video, when I promised to reveal the one nighttime food that Harvard scientists called the most powerful eye repair nutrient ever discovered? Well, we have finally arrived, and fittingly, it's something most people already love. They just don't realise how healing it truly is. Number 1, raw cacao, the miracle recharger. Not cocoa, not the processed powder used in store-bought hot chocolate. I'm talking about pure, raw, unroasted cacao, the way nature intended it. This is the original form of chocolate, rich, earthy, and alive, with hundreds of bioactive compounds. Researchers at Harvard University uncovered something remarkable about this humble bean. Raw cacao contains a flavonol called epicatechin, a compound so powerful it can increase blood flow to the retina by 150% and stimulate the growth of new mitochondria inside aging eye cells. Think of mitochondria as the batteries that power your vision. When they weaken, your sight dims. When they regenerate, clarity returns. In one landmark Harvard study, older adults who drank a nightly cup of raw cacao for 16 weeks didn't just slow vision loss, they reversed it. Their visual processing speed improved by 91%, and over 80% of participants showed measurable thickening of their retinas on scans. Imagine that after decades of decline, their eyes were literally coming back to life. So, what makes raw cacao so different from cocoa? It's the processing. Ordinary cocoa powder is roasted and alkalized, stripping away almost all of its natural flavonols. Raw cacao, on the other hand, is cold-pressed and unheated, preserving over 700 beneficial compounds that work in harmony, improving circulation, reducing oxidative stress, and boosting nitric oxide, which widens blood vessels and delivers oxygen to tired eye tissue. Here's how to prepare it the right way, the way that turns your evening drink into true medicine. Take 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder and mix it with 6 ounces of warm cashew or almond milk, heated gently to no more than 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Add 1/8 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon for blood sugar stability and a tiny pinch of cayenne pepper. This might surprise you, but cayenne opens your capillaries, increasing nutrient delivery by up to 500%. Finish with a teaspoon of MCT oil or virgin coconut oil to create a slow, steady release of flavonols through the night. Drink it 45 minutes before bed on an empty stomach. Avoid protein-rich meals late at night. Protein can block the absorption of these precious compounds by up to 70%. Then let nature do the rest. Raw cacao works in sync with your body's circadian rhythm, peaking in potency between 1 and 3 a.m., the very hours when your eyes perform their deepest repair work. During this window, blood flow increases, inflammation cools, and cellular renewal begins. This isn't just protection, it's restoration. Raw cacao not only preserves vision, but it also helps your eyes remember how to function like they did years ago. It's as if this ancient bean, long treasured by Mayan healers as the food of the gods, was designed for moments like this, to awaken the light within us when it starts to fade. So tonight, when you make your cup, do it mindfully. Watch as the warm milk turns a deep, velvety brown. Stir slowly, breathe deeply, and remember, this is more than a drink. It's a ritual of renewal, a quiet promise that healing is still possible, even after 60, even after years of strain. And if you are planning to try this golden ritual for your eyes, let me know in the comments by typing cacao. I love seeing how many of you are choosing to restore your light, one gentle evening cup at a time. Start simple. You don't have to do everything at once. Healing isn't about overwhelm, it's about rhythm, small acts of care repeated each day until they become second nature. Begin with 1 or 2 of these vision-restoring foods, then build from there as your body begins to respond. Start, perhaps, with the raw cacao drink. It's delicious, deeply soothing, and scientifically proven to increase blood flow to your retina. Drink it about 45 minutes before bed and let it become your nightly ritual. Many people say it helps them fall asleep faster and wake up with eyes that feel rested, not strained. Then add sweet potatoes to your dinner rotation 2 or 3 nights a week. Their rich beta-carotene transforms into vitamin A while you sleep, rebuilding the very proteins your eyes use to see in dim light. Steamed or baked with a drizzle of coconut oil, they quietly strengthen your night vision from the inside out. Next, bring in wild-caught salmon, the ocean's gift for aging eyes. It's DHA and astaxanthin that repair the delicate membranes in your retina, protecting against the blue light damage from phones and screens. A small portion, 2 hours before bed, provides your eyes with the building blocks they need for repair through the night. After that, introduce a handful of goji berries, the macula's midnight shield. Just an ounce before bed floods your system with zeaxanthin. Pair them with a few raw almonds, and you will multiply their protective power overnight. As your body adjusts, add 2 organic egg yolks in the evening. Don't fear them, embrace them. These golden centres are nature's richest source of lutein and zeaxanthin, the twin nutrients that keep your macula strong and resilient. Softly cooked, they deliver their benefits directly to your retina as you rest. Then, a few nights a week, enjoy a small bowl of bilberries. Their deep purple anthocyanins regenerate rhodopsin, the pigment that helps you see in low light. Eaten raw or gently mashed, they nourish your eyes and mind before bed. Next, explore black currants, dark, tart berries, brimming with vitamin C and gamma-linolenic acid. Half a cup before bed can work wonders, especially when paired with a little cottage cheese to aid absorption. And finally, saffron, the golden vision restorer. Just 15 strands steeped in warm milk with honey and cardamom can awaken dormant cells in your retina, bringing colour and clarity back to the world you see. Drink it slowly, reverently, as though you were sipping sunlight itself. You don't need perfection, you need patience. Healing happens not in a single night, but during the night, in the quiet hours when your body remembers what to do. If this message has encouraged you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps more seniors discover that healing is still possible, even for tired eyes. And tell me in the comments, which of these foods will you try first? Your story could inspire someone else to take that first hopeful step toward a clearer, brighter vision. Until next time, stay kind to yourself, and tonight, as you close your eyes, remember, your body is still listening, still working, still capable of renewal. You just have to give it a chance.